In other news, the fate of taxicab drivers and who would either remain or become leader of their operations has been in limbo since last September. But today, that's being determined. Our Danielle Dean has the story.
Both the sitting president of the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union, Wesley Ferguson, and presidential candidate from Tame United, Tyrone Butler, seemed pretty confident they'd win the vote of the majority today at the union's elections. Elections were held this past September, and typically, if all goes as planned, every 3 years. But discrepancies during last year's process called for a do-over.
We inadvertently ran a candidate on a trustee ballot that was supposed to be run on an executive board ballot. When they discovered that, the Labor Department had to scrap the election.
That left Ferguson in the seat for a little while longer, or at least that's how Butler hoped it would go.
After looking at the number of persons that voted last time and the number of persons that was added to the register this time, there's a better scrutiny. The election last year was supervised by the administration that's now in office. This time, the Department of Labor is totally in charge of this process.
Alfonso Knowles, one of the 383 eligible voters recorded to mark their X at the Department of Labor's Rosetta Street location, has only been a taxi driver for a year and 3 months, but was grateful for a seamless transition coming out of the hospitality industry.
So Bahamas is a good program to train a lot of us on how to deal with customer service skills and stuff like that. But I see that a lot of young persons, they still don't put those training into practice in the industry.
Wesley Ferguson bragged on a myriad of, in his opinion, undeniable accomplishments during his 6-year tenure, including a 20% increase for taxi drivers and removal of the demand to wear a necktie on the job. If voted in this time around, he hopes to make good on his plan to fix the union's Nassau Street headquarters. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Now, at this point, we can tell you that counting continues at the Ministry of Labor. We can also tell you that 8 of 12 positions have already been determined. This does not, however, include the positions of Vice President and President. And with regards to the latter, Wesley Ferguson, the incumbent, is going up against Tyrone Butler. Once again, voting continues to determine who will lead the taxi union.